Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope all is well. Hope you're settling into the class. Look, I was asked by a student in an email about to address self-disclosure, so I wanted to do that real quickly. Self-disclosure is a tool that can be valuable, but it can also be hurtful. The only time you use self-disclosure is when it's beneficial for your client. Then use it. I believe in that. However, how you use it matters, right? So I think this topic came up due to the last video of clinician versus self-help, right? You're in a I'm just going to say an AA meeting. You could be in any meeting, SMART, AA, Refuge, Celebrate, whatever, right? But in that setting, I'm going to self-disclose all day long. This is why it's tricky for clinicians to continue sometimes in their home groups, because you have clients go in there, and that's just never a good mix. You don't want to do that, because then, something you say on a personal note may affect them in some way. You really have to start thinking about those, and you can debate right, wrong, fair, not fair all day long. That's the reality, right? Is the things we say matter. And so sometimes it takes away our ability to process and be open if we have clients attending the same meetings, right? So never a good idea. That said, on disclosure, on self-disclosure, I self-disclose pretty regularly, but how I self-disclose is a different story. I don't sit around and tell stories. Well, I do tell some stories, but only if it's beneficial, right? I don't need to build a rapport with them by saying, "Oh, I'm a 12-step guy," or I'm a recovery guy. I get it. Like, I'm with you. Like that. That's not how you build a rapport. Right. Now they may say, "Oh, I can only talk to someone who gets it," or "It's nice to hear from someone that gets it." Great, I get that. It is, right? Again, I stated in one of the videos, it's an extra tool to use, right? And it's an asset, right? But where it can be a hindrance to you is well, this worked for so and so, this means it's going to work for me. Not necessarily, right? And again, AA is free. These meetings are free. They can go there and do these things. They're coming to you for clinical services, not for, to have a buddy, not to have a friend. Where I may self-disclose is saying something like, when we're talking about, for example, what AA calls the mental obsession. I can't give that to you. I can't put that into really words to give it an accurate description. If you've ever experienced that need, that I got to do this without thought, without further process, with just, I got to do this, then you know what I'm talking about. I just self-disclose that I understand the mental obsession in AA, what the big book describes as the mental obsession. I can absolutely say, I was a member of this program and it worked for me. That's all. I don't need to get into details or my story or any of those things, because again, it is not about me. And I use my skill and my personality and my ability to be genuine to build a rapport, right? I use my lack of judgment, my safe space. Look, my clients know they're safe when they walk into that space. I make that abundantly clear that this is a non-judgmental area. Look, I love you no matter what you do, kind of thing, right? And oftentimes they never even ask, right? They just know, but it's just not as important because I'm giving them work to do. We're talking about them and how this may benefit them and how this may not. So self-disclosure is a valuable tool when used in the right way. I would never tell someone to be scared to do it, but I would certainly remind you that the only time you want to self-disclose is when it's 100% beneficial for that client, right? If clients ask me questions, I answer them genuinely. But we always circle back to them. How does this help you, right? So I don't know if that clarifies or helps or gives you some guidance or direction, but I would really, in self-disclosure, less is more, for sure. So keep that in mind, guys. Have a great day.